Hello everyone and welcome over to race number 11 of the NR2003 PMU Cup Series here at Charlotte, and this is going to be the first out of the two races as usual this season, with the second race as usual will be the Coca-Cola 600 race, so that will be the full 400 lap race. So now we shall focus on the shorter race at Charlotte today. So now we've been inactive for quite some time, so now we are slowly getting ourselves back in action for some more races. So now let's take a look at the standings so far coming up to this race. And there you go, and right now here are the standings. Right now and currently in the lead is Drew Walker with a couple of wins, and seems quite consistent at the moment, despite being in a different team compared to last season when he was driving for CT Motorsports. Now racing for BPE, it seems as though that he's starting to get used to it and hopefully try and make use out of it at least. So Drew Walker currently leading, Jackie Halleck in second place, still standing there. Sullivan Sheridan, having won the last race at Indianapolis, he's currently third at the moment. Cameron Jr. In fourth place, Zach Campbell in fifth place, and David Scott seems to be on another level in his career so far this season. David Scott in sixth, and Jackie Daytona moves up a spot in seventh. Eddie Flores Jr. in eighth, Olivia Reynolds in ninth, and Jerry Chen in 10th. And the rest, you know where you're all standing at the moment. So there you go. So now let's get a move on from there. Okay, so now as usual, let's take a look and see who will qualify on pole for today's race.
Drivers, to your
And Chen will qualify on pole. He's been qualifying on pole for the last few races, bar the last race at Indianapolis. But Jerry Chen on pole, will it be his good luck this time? Right behind Jerry Chen, who will start alongside Jerry Chen on the first row. Olivia Reynolds will start second place, Drew Walker in third, Zach Campbell fourth, Jackie Halleck 5th, Leland Hill Jr. in 6th, Solomon Sheridan in 7th, Alrighty Elliott 8th, Bradley Riem in 9th, and Trey Meeks in 10th, and the rest. So yeah, as I almost forgot, this will be the first race. It is set to be the first race to use the new rating system, so let's see how this race will play out from there. This is only a test. This is more like a test to see, and if there's any problems, we shall have a look back and see if there's anything wrong or if there anything need adjusting and stuff like that. So anyway, let's move on from there and start the race.
Drivers, to your cars.
And where is our Jerry Chen? He's right there. So let's start the race.
Drivers, start your engines!
All cars are revving their engines, ready to go. And, well, I was going to check the schemes as well, because hey, did I check any schemes? I will check a look at the schemes right now. And yeah, so be back in a second. Whoops. Okay, I apologize, but I think now I'm confident that all the schemes are now all correct, as supposedly some drivers decide to request the schemes. It seems as though that I've got all the schemes requested for, so yeah, I apologize for the slight delay. Anyway, so we shall now look into this race and see how it will progress from there. And a bit of a shake up from there, and lean her in the lefty scheme. I will figure out, well, the schemes are done differently for Leland Hill. He does it in separate cars rather than doing it in separate TGA schemes. So, but hopefully I will definitely change his scheme from next race onwards, because I think he usually uses the line scheme. Oh, and oh my goodness me, and that looks bad. That looks absolutely bad. Restart the race. Restart the race. That is absolutely bad. Take 2. And there we go. So let's see how this race will start from then again. We'll do a take 2. And here we go again. And it looks like they're getting really close, really close. That's a bit worrying right now. Look at how close they are. And Jerry Chen up in front as I keep an eye on all the other cars. Well, it seems we're okay from now on. For now. So anyway, bit of a bad story, but right now Jerry Chen continues to lead, and he's got 11 runners right behind him. And there is Jude Walker, and he will take the second place off of Olivia Reynolds. As the way the line is pretty unstable, so something I need to literally keep an eye on. It looks as though something is a bit wrong, but I don't know. But right now, Jerry Chen is in the lead right now, still in the lead right now. and Drew Walker right behind him. Let's see if Jerry Chen can finally give him some luck and win the race, at least his first race since his comeback. He has not yet won a race since he has come back, so Jerry Chen's still leading at the moment. And there's Drew Walker on the 47 car. And will he take the lead? It looks like so because he's got the inside line, the better, but oh, I think Jerry Chen saying, no, I'm not going to miss another opportunity of winning my first race in years, and he's still up in the lead right now. There's Jerry in first place, second place Drew Walker, third place Jackie Halleck, fourth place Solomon Sheridan, fifth place Olivia Renner, sixth place Zach Campbell, seventh place Alrighty Yellow Joe, and eighth place I think that's Bradley Graham getting the better now, ninth place Patrick Thompson, and 10th place Henry J. Brown. So currently still leading, that's Jerry Chen. Jerry Chen is literally trying to make D47 work. D47, which had been carried on, which had been carried on by Drew Walker since season 1, and this season is the first time that we see D47 driven anyone other than Drew Walker. And right now, Jerry Chen is holding his former teammate, his former rival, behind him. Drew Walker is still in second place, looking around him to do anything he can to catch up with the 47 car. And here comes Drew Walker on the inside line. Will he make it stick? They're going side by side, and there he goes. Drew Walker will take the lead at Charlotte, and so those cars literally need to try and watch the wall, because if they get hit, then that's it. The job is done. And here comes Olivia Reynolds on for the second place. Olivia Reynolds, Jerry Chen's teammate. Looks as though we've got 4 CTM cars. 4 CTM cars all around. And now together, this is turning to like a super team now these days. I don't know if there is, I do not know if the new system, the rating system, had any much effect with the team, but who knows? Anything can happen as the race progresses from there. But right now, Drew Walker is still leading. Jerry Chen back into second place from Olivia Reynolds, and then here comes Solomon Sheridan. And still no caution as of yet, which is good. Drew Walker still continuing to lead the way, and Jackie Halleck up into second place. And where is Jerry Chan? Jerry Chan is just right there. So basically he has lost second place to Jackie Halleck, as Jackie Halleck will be on the move. She'll try and be on the move on the 77 car. And here comes Jackie Halleck. Will Jackie Halleck overtake the 77 car? Right, since we've been leading on it quite some time, let's take a look at the whole standings right now. And Cameron Jr. seems to have taken off from next to last place in qualifying to 28th place. And looks like that Jerry Chen is fighting back on the 14 car. And here comes Jerry Chen on the 14 car. And we've got some interesting drivers in the top 10. Henry J. Brown and Casey Benz in for SLR Racing. We obviously had worries of how SLR Racing is doing, but it seems as though that the way they're racing now, they're making a gradual improvement. Henry J. Brown in 9th place. I think he's in 9th now, or in 8th place now. And behind him, there is his teammate Casey Benz. So quite a mix of Fords and Chevrolets. It's pretty much going to be Ford versus Chevrolet in this race at Charlotte. And some cars are slowing down. What has happened? Don't know if anything happened. They might have been something happened, but who knows? I think it's the way they did they have damage? I don't think they have any damage. I think it's the way they were slowing down, so that's just a bit concerning, I think. So anyway, back to the front. Back to the front. And Drew Walker is still leading at the moment. Jerry Chen still in second place. And well, it's Charlotte, so I think Charlotte's quite a challenging track when it comes to passing. So probably is why. Maybe at Daytona, like it's the plate race, compare that. Maybe this is where we can see results starting to really take off, starting to really shake off at that point. So anyway, so Jerry Chen now trying to make a pass and get his lead back from Drew Walker. Here comes Jerry Chen. Into the lead he goes again. And Jerry Chen is hoping to continue his luck from there. Hopefully his luck doesn't run out before the end of the race. And a bit of a small close call for Olivia Reynolds as she's trying to do something with the 77 car, and looks like Solomon Sheridan is giving her the distraction. And Drew Walker's fighting back, but will Jerry Chen respond? And Jerry Chen is back up front. Let's take a look at it on another angle, just so make the races a bit more interesting and a bit more exciting. But right now, not much of the top 10 has been changed, especially for the top 5, which is mostly Drew Walker's BPE versus CT Motorsports. CT Motorsports have taken over much of the top 5 right now. Although Rocky Alajo, who is seemingly consistent in the season despite missing a few races, he is literally in the hunt right now. Zach Campbell as well, being unusually consistent. And here comes Camry Sr., and I think he's overtaking both Fords, both SLR drivers now. And Camry Sr. is now in the top 10. He is in top. He's in number 9. He's in 9th position. And here comes Drew Walker again for the lead. But will it be anyone else who would take the lead off of either Sheridan or Chen, which is something I question. Look at how defensive they go. Look at how defensive they're going right now. Olivia Reynolds in second place now. And looks like Cam Cena might be a contender because he is slowly coming up a little bit. He's slowly climbing up a little bit. And here comes a new championship battle for the lead. A race battle for the lead, I mean. Olivia Reynolds getting closer and closer to Drew Walker. And same goes for Sheridan on Jerry Chen. Solomon Sheridan is literally also wanting to be the one up front as well. But it seems as though that the leader is either Drew Walker or Jerry Chen. And it looks like that Reynolds is now trying to defend that position from Jerry Chen. It looks as though that things are starting to get a bit more exciting now, because it's going to be the round of pit stops coming up really soon. And here comes Drew Walker on... No, here comes Olivia Reynolds on Drew Walker. Is she going to take over? Oh, a bit of a close one for Olivia Reynolds. Is she going to go for it? And she does take it. She's up front right now. But Drew Walker is still side by side. And it looks like Jerry Chen is going to give Olivia Reynolds a push for the lead. Thank you, teammate. And thank you, other teammates, Sheridan and Jackie Halleck, are also trying to battle against the full BPE car of Drew Walker. Oh, and Drew Walker is appearing back in the picture already as he gets back up in front. But will Reynolds try and do the same thing? Probably not. Things are getting a bit more exciting now, but probably not as exciting as I think, as we all think. Reynolds is going to fight again on Drew Walker. Drew Walker had been leading for quite some time, so now it looks as though that his tires are starting to wear off pretty much, but not his performance. His performance isn't wearing off. And Reynolds continued to lead again, but Drew Walker is still fighting back. Oh, looks like we've got a caution. And looks as though... Oh, Christian Russell got wrecked and we've got two other cars who appear to have got involved. Let's see what happened. Oh, and that looks absolutely terrifying. Oh, so what actually caused it first? Oh. So this happened. Literally this happened. Oh, so Jackie Daytona hit Eddie Flores Jr. and then, and it hit Angelina Patrick as well. Jackie Daytona managed to get away, but not the rest. Oh my goodness me, Eddie Flores Jr. made an absolute somersault. Just can't believe what just happened down there. But Eddie Flores Jr. literally went on with somersaults. Take a look at it again. Well, that was crazy. and Christian Russell, who unfortunately was one of the first cars to not make it past the 24 car. Quite unlucky for Christian Russell. Let's take a look at it from another angle. And I mean Jackie Daytona literally was quite a lucky guy to be able to get away with it. Almost, perhaps a bit of damage in his car, but it was a close shave, almost a close shave. Well, that's what I call another version of the magic roundabout. Anyway, on board Eddie Flores Jr., who is literally the center of attention right now. Oh, what a dizzy ride on board Jonah Burridge. And on board Christian Russell, and then we can go to Jackie Daytona. And then Jackie Daytona. Anyway, we should see the round of pistols very, very soon. And here we go. Let's see who's going to leave the pits first. Oh, Drew Walker went on fuel. What the hell? Did he just go Lightning McQueen? No tires, just gas? That's unusual to see Drew Walker coming out the pits like that. That's going to be very concerning for Drew Walker at least. And not only that, literally, this is going to be a road challenge now, that Drew Walker just came out of the pits going, no tires, just gas. Out of the pits he went before anybody else had a chance to leave the pits. Most of them have come out with tires. So that's going to be very, very concerning. And did I just see some debris on the pit lane? What's going on there? Oh, it was probably, I think it's probably the hood removal from the accident. Yeah, Enos Kakia was one of the drivers involved. Anyway, yeah, Enos Kakia was one of the drivers that got involved in that collision. Anyway, so this is gonna be pretty interesting. Drew Walker on fuel only versus other drivers, most of the drivers who have pitted with tires. So we are literally halfway, which is a good time for us to go on an ad break. So we will be right back because we will go through an ad break.
There are often two ways to take a business trip. More and more smart executives are going places on an Amtrak train. They make good use of their travel time and arrive right downtown relaxed and refreshed. Try Amtrak, and you'll discover the best way to get better mileage out of a business trip is to leave your car at home and take the train.
America is getting into training the Amtrak way.
And we are back, and so far we have learned that Drew Walker has decided to go fuel only, decides to take only fuel, while both of the drivers, especially those right behind him, have pitted for tires as well. So this is going to be a pretty interesting race. Will Drew Walker get proven wrong and end up losing it? Who knows? Anything can happen, because we're about to go racing again here at Charlotte. And right now, things are about to get a bit more interesting. And did I see smoke again? Hopefully not. Anyway, back to the front. Drew Walker. This is going to get really concerning if Drew Walker actually manages to survive all this and still lead the race for the entirety of the race at least. So Drew Walker is now, looks as though he's on defensive mode right now, as he's now got Solomon Sheridan alongside him right now. And there goes Solomon Sheridan and Jerry Chen. They are now literally taking off. And same goes for Jackie Helling. Well, there you go, Drew Walker. He's got proven wrong. Unless he tries to fight back, which doesn't seem likely for him it doesn't seem unlikely for him to be able to continue on with those older tires. That is definitely a blow for Drew Walker. We don't know if he's going to come into the pits again. If he does, then he'll probably end up losing even more. So now, Solomon Sheridan into the lead, and Jerry Chen still chasing him. Oh, and Camry Sr. up into 4th place as a result. What a good one. But right now, Drew Walker is still falling back. And there's Olivia Reynolds. What on earth? Is it because of Drew Walker slowing down? And she's definitely not having it with the 77 car. She's on a bad luck right now. She's on a bad luck because of Drew Walker. Drew Walker is still slowing down even more. That is an absolute pain to see Drew Walker after what I believe was a bit of a administrative error, and Jerry Chen is back into the lead. He has taken over Solomon Sheridan. And yeah, sounds like an administrative error for him to not pick the tires, but for fuel only. And now looks as though Jerry Chen is going to try and continue his luck at least. He wants his luck to play out for him at least. And there he is right now. He just has to defend from himself from now on. And Drew Walker has decided to come in. Wait, did he just retire from the race? Did he just retired? So Drew Walker is literally pitting. Oh, and he's coming out. And certainly he's not going to make it out of the lead lap at least. He's not going to make it in the lead lap. Everyone else is coming in. And there he goes. I think Drew Walker is going to have payback right now. how pathetic of Drew Walker to ended his race like this. But right now we are still focusing up the front as Jerry Chen is still leading, but probably not for long because Solomon Sheridan is going to fight back, and here we go, Solomon Sheridan into the lead he goes. And there is Jackie Halleck. Jackie Halleck in third place. Well, he's trying to, yeah, in second place I mean. Second place, Jackie Halleck. She has also overtaken Jerry Chen. And this could be an unlikely contention for Camry Senior as he gets past Jerry Chen. And some cars that we've not seen before, in the top 10 at least, is Lean Hill Jr. He's right there. There is Bradley Graham. He started in the top 10 and is still in the top 10, so it seems as though that his performance is starting to improve. Probably a moment of things to come. Roberto Cran Jr. and Trey Meeks in the top 10, and as well as David Scott, who we've seen him quite almost regularly in the top positions. But right now, Solomon Sheridan is still your race leader. And here comes Jackie Halleck. Jackie Halleck will try and overtake Solomon Sheridan for the lead. And there is Camry Senior. And Zach Campbell. Zach Campbell making an interesting move on the 6th car. Might have been triggered by partner driver. I think Jerry Chen is trying to fight back. Oh, and that looks pretty interesting. Bit of a battle going on, but it seems as though the Camry Senior is recovering, and now he's going to try and overtake Jackie Halleck for 2nd place on the inside line on that very turn he wants to be there to try and overtake a driver at least. Probably not yet. Zach Campbell has not given up as well. So where is Olivia Reynolds? She's trying to fight back. She's fighting back after suffering from bad luck on after having bad luck because of Drew Walker. And Drew Walker is literally the last running driver at the moment. I don't know if he's going to be able to recover. He might not have much time even, so. But right now, Solomon Sheridan is still holding that position up and seemingly doing everything he can to overtake Jackie Halleck again. Will he go for it? And he does go for it in 2nd place, saying Senior in 2nd place, and here comes Campbell, Zach Campbell, and looks like Bradley Rim as well. I think they're trying to use as much tires as they can possibly can. Plenty of fresh tires for them to try and use. And Jackie Halleck is not giving up. We know it's a driver with better equipment versus the elder with experience, and this is how it seems to be. Zach Campbell using the draft off on Jackie Halleck, and he's getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, and after that lap car, looks like we've got a challenge coming along, a new challenge coming along. Let's see if Solomon Sheridan can deal with a lap car. I guess Kaki has been a bit easier now, a bit easy on them. easy peasy is Kakia, as he does everything he can to let them pass. So now, no much harm done, but coming up next is Jace Chavalia. Looks like we've got some lap cars in the pipeline right now. So Simon Sheridan could win another race in succession if he carry on like this, unless anything can happen. Let's take a look at some onboard cameras. And the 43 car is now going to be the car to be lapped. And looks like we've got a clear space ahead, at least for half of the track, so we can carry on racing from there. From there, here comes Zach Campbell on the 14 car. He's got the inside line, so that's the line he wants to be, not the outside line. Let's take a look at the standings so far. But right now, I think Zach Campbell is the one to watch at the moment, because he seems to be not giving up on the top two drivers now. And I think he's getting away from, at least from Cameron Senior. Oh, and here comes Jackie Halleck on the 11 car. Will she take the lead from Sheridan? And she's gonna go for it. And she's up front. She's up front, but will Zach Campbell do the exact same thing? Because right now I'm about to show the whole results, and yep, let's make it short and sweet. And yeah, because we have an interesting battle going along. Jackie Halleck on Sheridan. Sheridan takes the lead back from Jackie Halleck after only one lap in the lead. Zach Campbell, the man to watch, and looks as though that Drew Walker is not giving up. I don't think he's got enough time. Looks like he might be the driver to interfere with this contention for the win. We might have some interference going along. Drew Walker, who's on several laps of fresh tires compared to everyone else, and he at least wants to get his lap back. It'll be surprising if he gets his lap back and then another caution happened shortly after that. But right now, Drew Walker is literally interfering. I mean, he might actually be one. He might actually want to maybe put out a win for Zach Campbell. I think he wants to assist his teammate. That's what I'm trying to say. I think he's giving him a push before he does anything. we're coming up to 16 laps to go. And Jordan Edwards, sorry, no, this is Jordan Edwards. That is Zach Campbell, and he's up front. Looks like Drew Walker's giving him a draft. Is this definitely teamwork for Drew Walker? Probably, well, not yet. I think they're having a bit of trouble drafting around each other. Ooh, and Senior on the inside line. He's literally getting a bit impatient now. Jerry Chen looks like he won't be winning today's race unless anything surprising happens. And Drew Walker gets past Zach Campbell. Doesn't look very professional. I think he wants to get his lap back. And Zach Campbell overtakes... No, sorry. Camry Senior overtakes Zach Campbell. And here comes Jordan Edwards. Drew Walker is literally interfering with the contention for the win. It does look like it's going to make it not a very good race. Probably a very controversial one. And we have another car, and that is Nicholas Wright, one of the cars involved in that collision. Here comes Jackie Halleck on the 14 car, on the 11 car I mean. Wow, we've got two lap cars and two cars in the lap. They're battling it out. Oh, and here comes Jackie Halleck. For the lead she goes. Oh my, this is certainly going to shake up the lead right now. And Solomon Sheridan is determined to get back at the lap cars. Drew Walker needs a bit of a telling off for literally interfering with the championship. Well, literally interfering with the victories. With the battle, I mean. And he's literally pushing Jackie Halleck even further, which is certainly going to be very concerning. We take a look and see how Zach Campbell and Senior are trying to cope through the lap cars. And Drew Walker is managing to take off. He's managing to take off from the leaders now, but it's probably too late because we've got less than 10 laps to go. And here comes Sheridan on Jackie Halleck once again. And ooh, Jackie Halleck still up in front. I have to keep on doing this results thingy from the top left corner of the screen. You'll be able to see where your drivers are standing at the moment, where your drivers are at the moment. But right now, Jackie Halleck is your race leader in what was, I believe, a grueling battle for the win. Here comes Sheridan, again on the 14 car. And Sheridan will take the lead. Zach Campbell and Senior are now free of lap cars. They might be able to try and get close to them. They've got lap cars again. This time is Jimmy Irvin. Jimmy Irvin, probably the last car to be lapped. While Sheridan takes off. So it seems as though that Solomon Sheridan might be the driver to win again, unless Jackie Halleck can try and do a last minute attempt at the last lap maybe. And we come to the penultimate lap of the race. And pit stops, but how long will they last for? That's a big question mark. Some drivers are coming in. Will this not have any effect? Will this not take into any effect? That's the big question mark. Anyway, last lap, and we will see who will win. Who will win? Is it going to be Sheridan? I don't think Jackie Halleck is going to fight back. So, for the second race in succession, Solomon Sheridan will take the win here at Charlotte. Jackie Halleck, second place. Third place, Zach Campbell. Fourth place, Cameron Senior. Fifth place, Alright, the other dude. Sixth place, Lane Hill Jr. Seventh place, Trey Meeks. Eighth place, Jerry Chen. Ninth place, an excellent run from Brandon Graham. And 10th place, Olivia Reynolds. And we will take a look at the fastest lap time, and it's going to be Zach Campbell, 26.694. So there you go. So there you go. So yeah, I'm just tired, so I don't have much energy to say anything much about how the race is. Well, it's not as what I think, but hopefully I can improve the track NI just in time for the big race later on in the season. So thank you everyone for watching this race, and we will see you at the next race, which I believe will be going overseas. This season, as usual, we shall be making our first stop. Well, we are still going to be inland in the US, in America. I mean, we will be going to Canada. Well, of course, we'll be going overseas. We'll be going international for the first time. So thank you everyone for watching this race. We will see you back on the track very, very, very soon.